We're back again on the couch. Hello, Nick. Hello, BJ. What's happening?
G'day, fellas. Not much happening.
Howdy ho.
What's going on? Hello. Hello. It keeps holding my
Don't
arm.
touch me. Is there a butterfly in here?
There was.
I thought it was outside and it was just a reflection. But
It's a good start of the potty with how distracted we can get.
yeah.
Wow, what a big week we have had from the UPC Showdown. Big day of racing last weekend. It was.
Yeah, it was like one of those like marathons, wasn't it? Where the first race was 9 a.m. and the last one was 5:30 p.m. So, yeah.
As I saw from someone on Twitter saying, we won't even get a pic of the Mug's breakfast before the first Flemington has jumped.
Mug would have been up and about on Saturday. I have no doubt about that. Newmarket.
Cylinder was good.
Yeah, Cylinder was good. I saw James Cummings come out this morning and say that he's got 2 more weight for age Group 1s in store for him before they even look at him going to stud.
Okay.
So
I was thinking maybe
we're going to see more of him.
I was thinking Royal Ascot.
Who knows?
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah, because I think he's by Exceed and Excel, I think, and Exceed and Excel has just retired from stud. So they were saying, how good would it be to have a dual hemisphere Group 1 winning son of him at stud?
Yes, that's right. James
They would like that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Cummings did mention that on the radio morning of.
One down the straight.
It was a good win.
It was Jamie Carr airborne.
Yeah, airborne. Couple of excuses. Buenos Noches pulled up lame.
Yep.
And the mare, she had an internal bleed.
Yes, but
But
no need for a spell. No panic stations.
apparently.
Common.
I never believe anything they say, though. But
No, but I was listening to on racing.com the wrap on Sunday and they had Amy Yagi, trainer out of Mornington, and she said that she'd like to see those EIPHs graded. She said because 90% of their horses have some sort of internal bleed after they have a run. And she said, but if you could grade it to know how bad it is.
90% of horses.
She said it's very, very common.
Right, okay.
They have a little bit of blood somewhere in their system after a run.
I'm sure that would be common for, like, marathon runners
Yeah.
and 100-metre sprinters and stuff like that
Yeah.
as well. But who knows?
Yeah.
I just walked to the server and a little bit of blood in my stool.
Yeah. But yeah, so excuses there. Benedetta was good. She can go to like a Sangster and win.
Will's nodding, so that means he
Will
agrees.
likes it.
Yep.
Yep.
She was good. Magic Time was also good, I thought.
Magic Time was first up.
Yeah.
And she loomed to win and she just peaked.
Yeah.
So market really liked her. So she's one that definitely you can sort of follow into the future.
Yep.
I know it was later in the week, and we don't have to harp back on it, but we saw some beautiful racing scenes on Saturday after Jamie won on Cylinder, and Dean's kids were there. And
Yep.
if you haven't seen that, go and watch it.
Yeah, that's cool. So Jamie Carr was supposed to ride. She was
Yeah,
supposed to ride in secret in the Newmarket, but she had the fall in the Sires earlier in the day, a race in which she won on Saturday as well. But then she had that fall. Dean Holland took over. He won the race.
Yep.
Was that his first or second Group 1?
Might have only been his second. He won one years earlier.
Yeah, so he was back in the Group 1 winner's stall for the first time in a long time.
Yep.
And then we all know that he tragically passed in a race fall later last year.
Yes, but it was a real full circle moment, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like for Jamie especially, and obviously Dean's kids presented. They renamed the Jockey's Trophy in the Newmarket to the Dean Holland Trophy. So
That's great.
his kids presented that to Jamie. So real special little moment
Yeah.
in the mounting yard.
Someone was cutting onions when I was watching those
Yeah.
reels on Sunday morning. Bloody beautiful. We also kicked off the UPC Showdown, the first UPC Showdown.
Yeah, it was a good one. Yep, went right down to the wire.
Yeah.
10-cent margin.
10-cent margin. It was actually great. If you haven't watched the live video, it'll still be up. We might clip it up actually because the UPC have asked us to do it. But members were on Tintuki. Blake got it out there at $19.
Yep.
So we were riding that home. But the bloke that was in second, who I spoke to this morning actually, he needed Tintuki in the last to win by 0.1, 10 cents. 0.1 of, and he did.
Yep.
If he had a loss by 0.1, he would have been. I feel like he would have been very unlucky.
Well, that
Given the market crunch late, like
But the crunch on the totes.
Yeah.
Because she still started $4.40.
Oh, right.
Did she?
Like she started $4.40 with the bookies and like on Betfair, but the big tote players just
Smashed her.
So UPC do best tote as well because it was $3.30 on the screen and he got $3.50.
Right.
Yeah, best tote.
That was
Maybe old mate that was coming second that was winning at the time could be real money bags, and he's just piled into Tintuki on the totes, and I've got to stuff up. I've got to stuff up the tote price
Yeah,
here,
I love that.
and if it wins, at least I get paid out.
possibly.
He could have had 20,000 on it at the tote.
God, I'd never thought about that. I mean, we say that he's unlucky, but the bloke that was on top most of the day, because I know you were chasing him for a little bit.
Yeah.
He got to still take home $7,000.
yeah.
I think he had another ticket in the top 20 as well.
Somewhere in
so
there, I
he
think,
might have got.
and he won the front
10,000.
six, which was 1,500 or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
okay.
So-
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He
probably
did
walked
well.
over $10,000.
I don't think he got a result in the back six.
No.
0.
No,
none
nothing.
from six.
So he was in front and he nearly held on.
Yep.
And you were in
It's a bit like
top
Malkovich.
4.
Yeah, I was in the top 4 for most of it. Well, not for most of it. When This Is won the last race of the front six.
Yeah, the
That
race 5
elevated.
at Gold Coast, I think it was.
Yeah, that elevated me, and then I stayed there pretty much all the way through until probably the last 2 races. I think I had a few roughies in those last 2 races that ran okay, but didn't figure.
I
So do you want to give us a rundown of what UPC is?
try and do it in 60 seconds.
Ooh, 45. Give us
45. It's actually, once you play it, it's super easy to understand.
It's very easy.
But it's like a tournament. That's the way you put it. And I think the best way is download the app, have a look at it. $50 a ticket. You can either pick your own selections across the 12 races or choose a quick pick. Points just work on the tote, win place, and it accumulates over the day for the leaderboard. You get a small prize pool for the front 6 and one for the back 6. And then the big prize pool is for all 12 races. Yep. So if you've got something that wins at $3 and places at $2, but it wins, you get 8 points. If you just place,
5 points even.
I thought it was 6 and 2, didn't I say?
He said 3 and 2.
Oh, sorry, I was already ahead of
Maths
it.
is no
I was going
good.
to say, geez,
So
$2 a place, about a $3 pop. I'd take that.
I was actually even watching the live. Even watching the live though, I got the maths for the Tintuka for this kid. I'm like, or for Benny, and I'm like, my maths is usually so poor. Like, imagine if he was watching it and he's like, oh, I might be in front by a point, and I just got it completely wrong. Yeah, look, it's I like I said, it's something that we're in partnership with them, and we're doing stuff across the socials and stuff like that. But I legitimately love this product.
Yeah,
it's something that has become part of our little punting.
I think we need to set up our own bragging rights leaderboard. We can start it this week because obviously I've got a bit of a head start on you, but
start from zero.
Start from zero. I think
my
we
best
should have
ticket was
like
9.5 points.
Yeah, like I think we should have a running total, say until the end of the carnival or something like that.
Yeah,
where you just add your points each Saturday.
Yeah, and we're going to go head to head on a quick pick this weekend. Mm-hmm. So we'll do a quick pick reveal.
Yep,
and then whose quick pick will go better, we'll do something, and then I think maybe we do like 1+1. So pick your own and a quick pick or something.
I've done well. I've already purchased one.
Yeah,
and it was a quick pick, but I thought rather than doing the form on all the races at in Melbourne and whatnot, I was going to do a quick pick, and then the few horses that I'm keen on, I'm going to go in and change and have like 3 or 4 out of the 12 be my own, and the rest are quick picks. Yeah, and then the second one will just be a complete quick pick that I leave. Yeah. Which we'll do that tomorrow or something.
I think rebuys are the way too. I can't remember how much rebuys are. $15. Yeah, rebuys I think will be the way. So anyway,
so what happens with a rebuy?
Rebuy, you can switch it up on the back 6.
Oh, you just
up until that 7th race goes. Yeah. Let's say you've done really well, or completely opposite, you've done really bad on the front 6. Yeah. You go through there and actually trying to find some value, or if you've done really well, maybe start looking for some winners in the back 6.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's what the second bloke should have done. He should have rebought because he was right there, and then you don't need another like if you've got 125 to 1 winner.
What do you have in the last?
Queen of the Ball.
Queen of the Ball. What was that? Do you remember what that was paying? $15. Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, he could have went through and picked the favourite in each, or something along those lines, and at least been ticking over.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Rather than just 0 points.
But if you were on 0 points like Sam, you could have went through and put 125 to
Yeah.
1 shots in each leg.
Yeah.
which I did. I started clawing back. That was a good thing about that though, because even if I got nothing on the front six, having the $15 rebuy, like I'm like, you know, these two things lob in the last two races. Like I'm alive.
Well, I was
until
like
the end.
right there, and I was doing the math, and I'm like, I only need one winner here because you can see what other people have got, and
Yeah.
the people above me didn't have. I think I had Rainbill in the last, and no
Yeah.
one in like the 6 people above me at that point had her. And I'm like doing the math, and I'm like, oh, she pays around that $9 mark. I'm going to get about 13 points. That's enough to get me up to third or
there.
something like that. So
Scratch.
yeah, but she didn't.
She's actually on the backup this
I
weekend.
see that she
Short
missed the
back
kick.
up.
She did.
You got lucky.
I like the short back up.
There were some good runs.
Uh,
Wouldn't have beat us.
No, that was good. That was good find. 2 races to talk about this weekend. Coolmore, very excited for. And off the back of their news this morning, we've now got a jockey for Stormboy and a jockey for Switzerland.
Yes. So Ryan Moore will fly in from the UK and ride Stormboy, and JMac will keep the ride on Switzerland, which a few people saying JMac's been sacked from Stormboy. Bullshit. I think this was the logical jockey bookings because JMac's only ridden Stormboy the once. He's ridden Switzerland in all 3 of his starts for 3 wins, and he's got a better affiliation with Chris Waller compared to Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. So I think he keeps the ride on the horse he's won 3 races on. He keeps that strong affiliation with Chris Waller, and Ryan Moore comes in and rides Stormboy for the first time. Otherwise, it's just it's all over the shop. Blake, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
JMac even said after the last start, Switzerland was the horse to beat him.
Yeah.
I think there's a
But-
sneaky that Mac wanted to ride Switzerland.
Switzerland even, yeah.
Switzerland, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said
What did I say?
Schnitzel.
So did I. I
Schnitzel,
thought he said that too.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
I think there might be a sneaky that he might have wanted to ride him. I just think he's on an upward spiral, and he maybe thinks that like there's going to be plenty of speed, bit of pressure on Stormboy. Bubble might burst, but who knows? He's a very good horse, Stormboy.
Did you see his gallop on the course proper at Rose or wherever they were yesterday on Wednesday, Stormboy?
No, I haven't seen it.
He went around with Soldier of Rome, who's a 3-year-old, and like I think a Saturday winner.
Yeah, that's
and
all right.
like he just cruised up to him and put him to the sword, and like he's just so much bigger than him. Like he dead set looks like a 4-year-old.
He's a Stormboy.
4-year-old stallion. He looks
Yeah.
like he's so big for a 2-year-old. Like he just monstered Soldier of Rome. He went
It'll be interesting. The Golden Slip is going to be a cracking race.
Good one.
yeah.
But I'd like if I had Stormboy,
Yeah.
well, I would want James either way. I think like having jockeys come in from overseas, even though Ryan Moore won a Golden Slipper last year, like he just got up on the fence.
Yeah.
I think James
You could have done that.
James is different gravy.
Yeah. No, I agree. James might win on Gatsby's and the Pago and go, hang on, I want to ride this horse.
Maybe he will,
Forget
yeah.
Switzerland.
Who knows?
What horse is that?
Gatsby's.
We're just on at 100 to 1. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
we're
well,
just...
Missed that bit. Thanks, guys.
No, it's still there.
it's still available.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
It's the wrong price.
it is. It's like $26 everywhere.
Who's it with?
Dabble.
I'll switch it
Our
off.
good friends.
I'll get that bet on before this goes to
Yeah.
air, and then they can switch it off.
No bookmakers are our friends. We're playing against them.
We're against them, but
We got friends in Dabble.
Yeah.
The live stream.
Yeah, we
got
like
friends in there.
yeah. I tell you what, did you see Jeansy get the shot put on by Corey Parker on Dabble socials during the week?
Oh, no, I didn't see it. But I
Yeah.
saw Corey's on there.
Yeah.
They got a good little array of stars in the Dabble stable now, don't they?
Corey Parker, the leg up. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it's
Obviously us.
like. It's like when you're playing footy against another footy side,
Yeah.
you're not friends, but then after the game, you're like,
Go for a
shake
beer.
hands, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so like Saturday's game day. Like
it's game day.
Yeah,
We
no.
want to bash them.
We
Yeah.
want to fleece them.
Yeah. You like to put a shot on your mate, especially.
Yeah, I know Will's a big fan of Patrick Mahomes. Have you guys watched that quarterback show yet on
No.
Netflix? Oh, it's
the-
really good.
Is that the one when they're coming through high school, or that's the...
No, it's like they follow them for a full season.
Yeah, that'd be mad.
I've just watched the first episode.
And it's Pat Mahomes.
One of the 3 quarterbacks is Pat Mahomes.
Who's the other 2?
One was the Ravens, and one was the Raiders.
Lamar Jackson, and the other one was
No, it wasn't Lamar Jackson. Must have been before him.
Kirk Cousins, maybe. No, he was. I can't remember. And who's the other one? Raiders.
The Raiders.
Derek
Where's number 1?
Carr.
Must have been the 2022 season.
Jordan Rapana, number 1 for
the Raiders. Yeah.
But the first episode was basically mostly Mahomes.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like you get very close to them.
Actually, the little hack, I don't know if I actually said it on when we did the Super Bowl episode or when we spoke about the Super Bowl, is I've got so you get the NFL Game Pass. So you get all the games live and you get access to the NFL 24/7 channel and all the TV shows that they produce, because the NFL has to sign off on everything. So even the Netflix stuff, they have to have joint distribution. For Super Bowl day, you could buy it for $1. Like at the beginning of the season, it's like $400.
Right.
Super Bowl day, like the week leading up to Super Bowl is $1, and then you get it till August before the season starts. So I've got like 6 months to watch all of the NFL shows, because they do Hard Knocks. Have you ever seen that? They should be doing Hard Knocks in the NRL. Like, so they literally follow a team through pre-season to the end of the season, one team every year.
Right. They actually did that. They did. It was
Tigers.
Tigers, like Tales of Tiger Town, and that was actually
doing that every year. Like
for an average
I think they
club.
did the Dolphins one, but I mean, it should be Hard Knocks, like, because even like in the NFL, like it's a big announcement. What team they're following this season.
Yeah.
So
Manly did a little pre-season thing, so that they're all. I
shouldn't be left to the clubs. Like Netflix should be getting on there.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
But why I mentioned that show was like one game against the Raiders, Mahomes was getting like hammered by this one guy who kept like hitting him after he threw the ball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they were down 17-0.
Max Crosby?
98.
Yeah, the big fella,
yeah.
the tattoos,
It was. And then Mahomes throws a touchdown pass. And he's like, you messed with the wrong fucker. You messed with the wrong fucker.
What, Mahomes in his face?
Was like, and then they came face to face like that with their helmets and stuff. And there was like, he was like fired up, Mahomes. And they ended up going on and winning the game.
Yeah.
And then after the game, like he sort of beelined towards him and was like, you know, I love you, man.
Yeah.
So
Mahomes a gun.
yeah, it was good. It was
Mahomes
cool.
a gun. That was a small tangent. That's a good one. We're going to get back to these races this weekend. Before we actually discuss the race, let's discuss what is the All-Star Mile now. Because I have zero excitement for this race. I feel like there's been no hype about it. I'm more excited for the races in Sydney. I think the other, like, it's a wait for what is it? It's not
the All-Star Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wait for age. They've completely stuffed it up.
Why isn't it like they've got to move it to a Group 1?
Yeah, well, they want to try and do that. So what's it called when they try and...
It doesn't matter if it's a Group 1.
No.
The Everest is in a Group 1 and it works.
And it works. But they see the reason that the All-Star Mile worked so well was they at the start, they labelled it the people's race.
Yeah.
You voted for what horses you wanted to get in there. And at the start it was like you didn't need there was no minimum benchmark rating. There was nothing like that. So, you know, you could... If you had a big syndicate of horses, you could vote for your Class 1 horse to... Yeah.
Pongo,
we could get the leg up community involved around it.
That's the goal. That was a goal.
They did get a few horses in it.
Yeah.
Keats was one, wasn't it?
Keats
They
was
did that
one.
with the mailbag.
The first 2
No.
year, the Hancock's Racing Mob, the pink and white.
Keats
they had
was last year though. Wasn't
but that was still a vote. Like
Yeah, but
But
they were
early, the first one, like they got some real
Star Missile. I wanna
ordinary
say.
horses
Yeah.
in the
So
race.
what changed?
Well, they bumped up the minimum benchmark rating, so
Right,
you had to be a 84 rater or whatever.
Yeah.
So already you've cut out all of those horses below it. And then so I think that was the main thing that they had changed was just that minimum benchmark rating. And now this year they got rid of the voting altogether. They put out I think 8 wild cards and 8 win and you're in races, and maybe only like 2 horses that won one of the win and you're in races has actually gone on there. So that's Desert Lightning that won a race in New Zealand. He's there. And then see what they did again where they sort of stuffed up was the CF4 and the Futurity were both win and you're in races. Mr Brightside won both of them, but he had already been offered the first wild card. So then they go to the second horse, but they'd already given Pride of Jenny a wild card as well. So if the horse that won one of the win and you're in races has already got a spot in the race, goes to the second horse. If the second horse has already got it, goes to the third horse. So then we end up getting, Pericles has run third in a Futurity, but they've knocked back the spot. So then it goes to the fourth horse. Like it was just...
Oh, what a mess.
It was just a complete mess. And you've ended up getting like Puntura, a Kiwi Group 1 winner who got beaten at listed grade at the Sunshine Coast, like at the end of the carnival. Like he's just a genuine sort of listed horse here in Australia. He's there. Like there's got to be only 4 chances. Like obviously Mr Brightside well and truly at the top of that list. And then you've got Pride of Jenny, Cascadian, Ayrton. If anything else wins, gee whiz.
The last year it was not a bad race.
No, that's and they've dropped prize money, I think, too.
Not Pride of Jenny. Laws of Indices.
Yes.
Mr Brightside.
Yep.
Cascadian was there.
The Inevitable was there.
He ran super in it.
Yeah, he ran third, I think. That was the thing.
It was a better race, much better race last year.
I found it really early on, the states really got behind their own horses because the first year, Alligator Blood was still trained by David Van Dyke. He was a 3-year-old, bit of a cult hero off the Australian Guineas win. So all of Queensland voted for Alligator Blood. Same thing, the Harrovian, he raced in it. Again, Queensland behind it. Tassie get behind the Inevitable. SA were getting behind Behemoth. Regalo Di Gaetano ran in one.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So,
you
you get that. And I guess when you can follow the leaderboard all the way through, off the vote, so trainers can sort of go, all right, we're third, we're home, we've got a spot in the race. We can set it for it rather than, we might get offered a wild card or...
I don't know why. I don't really know why some horses don't want to run in it. Like a horse like Pericles.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they want to run in it?
Who would know? Maybe the only thing that I can think of is he's a stallion still, and Group 1 is more important on the page, so they can run in a George Ryder the following week.
Yeah, but he's not going to be a stallion, is he?
Well,
D-grade stallion.
Yeah, he's going to be a Palele type. That's probably going to be a $10,000 first season.
But he's not going to win a Group 1. What Group 1's he going to win?
Well, he could have won an Epsom if he was sound.
Well, I guess he nearly won. He nearly won a Golden Eagle, didn't he? Really? So I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on him, but maybe we give him his 4-year-old season, and then judge him. But it's a pretty ordinary race.
I think what they should have done is just kept out of those wild cards that they dished out. They should still have had a voting aspect, whether it was only 5 horses or something like that. And the races that they made win and you're in races just weren't logical. The Magic Millions 3-year-old Guineas was a win and you're in race. That's a grand final for horses in January. They're not going to go to Melbourne, for an All-Star Mile then when, a Bounding, for example, Rob Heathcote straight after the race, we'll put her away, get her ready for a Stradbroke. That's sort of what he said.
Yeah.
They're not going to go, we've had her up for this grand final. We've got 2 months to go to Melbourne and run in an All-Star Mile. They just got it wrong.
Maybe with the voting, they could give the top, if they offer 6 entries, they could give them a prize for just turning up, $250,000 for turning up or something.
Yeah. Well, pretty sure it was prize money. It was $50,000 to run last, the first year.
And what is it now? It's
probably still similar.
4 million?
It's 4 million overall. So I don't know if it is, might be 50,000 back to last. Will can maybe
it's
check
shocker.
that,
Mr Brightside turns up. He's going to be hard to beat, but
awfully.
I'm my UPC Showdown horse will be Cascadian for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've got I'm on Ayrton $18 to run a place, and he's about $17 to win the race at the moment.
Wow.
So he's my Showdown horse, Ayrton. But I agree, Cascadian right there. I think he'll beat Pride of Jenny home.
He's going well.
He's going really well.
I think he won it. I think he ran second in it, second up last year.
Yes.
He was second up. Then
and
third up, he won the Australian Cup. Mm. He drew one from the outside and he went back to last.
Yep.
and he was probably a little bit stiff. And I think Mr Brightside had every possible chance last year.
Yep.
And he's probably not going to have every possible chance from 11.
No.
This time he comes into it third up, so same stage as he won the Australian Cup. And he's been in Sydney, so we all know that Sydney form is the elite form. No luck first up behind Fangirl, second up. Didn't have much luck again, had to ease over her heels and hit the line well. No match for the Quinella, but the Quinella would be very hard to beat in the All-Star Mile. So land a couple of pairs closer, get a bit of luck.
I hope I get him in my quick pick. I might change it to Cascade in my quick pick.
No, well, the quick pick you and I do, and there's no changing.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to do like a footy card reveal.
Yeah.
Like it's just going to pop up and
Yeah, okay, I
have
can't
a
change
look
it.
at it. And we just got to just cop it,
I might get him. If I get, if I get Ayrton, then I can change the one that I,
Yeah.
Coolmore?
No love for Mr Brightside, or just... You just
Oh,
think you've just...
I've got
you're
him in
talking about around him.
Around him. I want to take something that's going to pay $3.50 the place rather than $1.75 the win.
Is that what price is?
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, $1.75.
Yep.
You can take him if you like. No problems.
I think he is the most.
asking.
He is the most likely winner of the race.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and I expect him to win.
Yeah, I'd...
Yeah, but I don't want to back him.
The market says
I've got him in a multi.
he's got about
Yeah.
a 60% chance of winning the race.
Yeah,
But
we're going to multis, I'd say, for me this weekend.
Yep. He's
I
in a
don't bet
multi
big
with a
enough
horse
to-
in the next race we'll talk about.
Okay, let's get into it. Tell me.
The Coolmore.
Tell me. Who wins it? Just
I think the favourite Zugotcha has a very good, very, very, very good chance of winning.
You're confident.
I'm confident, yeah. JMac on, barrier 2. She was very good first up. She beat Lady Laguna, who's come out and won a Group 1 since, beating Think About It. That was at Weight for Age. Zugotcha, we've got to remember, like in the spring, we can just put a pen through her entire prep because they tested her out as a sprinter to maybe run in Waller's Everest slot. And she just didn't sprint. You know, like Sunshine in Paris gave her windburn first up and then not a whole lot went right for her. But you go back to her 3-year-old season, she won each leg of the Princess series. So like the Furious, the T-Rose, then the Flight. And then she won the Far Lap Stakes on this day 12 months ago as a 3-year-old. And then she started, I think, maybe $6 or $7 in a Doncaster. So over the mile, one of Australia's biggest handicap races. She's got to carry the top weight here, but against the mares off a good first up run, around that $4 mark, great bet.
Great bet.
I've had, Mr Brightside all up, Zugotcha.
What price has it got you?
I think currently $4, but I took the all-in multi, so she was like $6 at that point.
I'll have that multi.
Yeah.
I'm betting at the moment. Loving it.
Loving it? Good.
Bees, you got one for us in the Coolmore.
yeah, I'm going to play. I'm going to play 2 roughies in the race. I think More Secrets can run well. She was good first up. Hit the line well behind Hell Hath No Fury and Hinged. She either ran well in this race last year or like a Queen of the Turf.
Queen of the Turf, I think.
I think you might have been right, but she hit the line really nicely in a race like that. $27 looks good odds to me. And then I'm also going to have something small on Osbred Flirt at $51, drawn off the track. Missed the start first up. She actually was really well supported in that Zugotcha race. Was it the Zugotcha race? No, it might not
I
have
think
been.
that was the Hell Hath No Fury race too, wasn't it?
Hell Hath No Fury. But she bombed the start. She had to do plenty of work to get back into the race.
Yep.
And I thought she actually finished off well. Yeah, so it was also the Hell Hath No Fury race. You can put a pen through that, and if the market was right there first up, she trialled really well. She ran well for bombing the start.
Yeah.
So I think 50 to 1 is a good price.
I backed her in the.
She'll need luck from the draw.
I backed her in the Empire Rose in the spring, which was Pride of Jenny. So that form's got to be right in it too, doesn't it?
Yeah, couple of specs,
Yeah, nice.
big odds.
They can run second and third, or do you
Not
back?
for me.
You
No,
don't spec them each way at that
No.
price? No.
why would you?
Ever each way bet?
No,
Never.
no.
Is he?
Ruffy's
Is he
having your showdown.
yeah, that's right. That's why he plays UPC.
That's right.
Yeah.
Beauty. We're going to be quick, Dave. We got any questions?
Yep. The footy's back. We're finally fully back.
Yeah.
We obviously, the NRL had the split round with Vegas.
Round zero
Round
has
zero
been
in the
completed.
AFL, if you want to.
We now got round one this week.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Course proper.
Yep, interesting. But
Yep.
we've finally got 8 or 9 games in each code. So I want to know, what is the best footy sporting punting snack? Like, is it wings?
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings?
100%.
100%?
Let's do a
Buffalo.
top. Let's make a top
Yeah.
3.
Buffalo chicken wings.
Still not back on the
I'm
wings.
with- I'm with-
not,
I'm
still
with
not
you.
back on the wings bus just
I'm with you
yet.
completely. Like we went to East Leagues Club, the new sports bar on for Vegas. That
Are you doing plugs for them? I feel like we're mentioning East Leagues.
Yeah, he
Club
gets
every
$50
week.
a week.
Yeah,
Great-
he gets
great
a bucket of. He gets a bowl of wings.
He gets
the boys had a
a
tough round one loss too in the Hos Plus Cup.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, wings.
I'd say
perfect way.
pizza.
Yep.
Pizza goes in, definitely.
Yeah,
The top
like
3.
Friday night pizza. Oh, yeah.
It's good. Be anything that you can sort of like hold. Like you don't need knife. You don't want.
No, you don't want a
and
knife
fork.
and fork.
I would say, for me personally, like anything loaded. You know, you have like loaded chips,
Yeah.
loaded fries.
Yeah.
Or I tell you what I love doing, like loaded hot dogs at home, like with onions and relish and
Yep.
cheese,
Bacon.
and, bacon
sound
diced up.
Yeah.
Anything loaded for me. But what's the go-to chip? Because I have a footy chip, and it's the Red Rock Deli honey soy chicken. Just the
Okay,
chicken
you're,
one.
you're talking about a crisp.
Yeah, crisp.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't get that. I'd either get like I'd probably get sweet chili and sour cream or chili.
Yeah, or the other one that it might be left field, but I reckon the Thin is that the brand Thins?
Thins, yeah.
Thins, the light and tangy.
Light and tangy.
The
Yeah,
lime
they
green
used to be
packet.
popular when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
that's
yeah,
that's a
Probably
good
not for
chip.
me.
That's a whole new conversation.
Definitely.
Goat chip,
Yes.
because we haven't mentioned atomic tomato samples.
No, and that's got to be
and
right up there.
that is top 2.
That is well and
Possibly.
truly right up there.
Was Samboys? Was that a Sydney chip?
Yeah, we had Sandboys. Didn't
Yeah.
eat them, but
Barbecue
we had 'em.
Samboys. Have you ever had a barbecue Samboys chip on a Vegemite sandwich? That's something you've got to give a whirl to. If you like Vegemite sandwich
Wow.
with barbecue Samboys chips on it.
Wow.
Yeah, game changer.
Those chips were flavour bombs. Every now and
Yes.
again you'd pull out a barbecue
Yeah.
one. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, that's just a bit too much.
correct.
I would say third for me would be sausage sandwiches.
A snack.
Like just sausage, white
Onion,
bread.
bit of mustard,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, we get that. That's what the kids
Fresh
love. Kids love
bread.
Our
Yeah.
kids love just a sausage sandwich off the barbie.
Yeah, great.
yeah, I
Oh,
think,
yeah, like see, that's where I'm getting at. Like the hot dog. Oh, we won't clip that up. Don't clip
Yes,
up.
we will.
Don't clip up me eating a hot dog.
I was going to say the third one for me, because I'm bang on with you. I'm wings, pizza, and then like Mexican, like a burrito or something like
Burrito,
that.
You're
Like,
getting into the loaded thing as
Yeah,
well. Like,
correct.
'cause you can go loaded.
you could get
fries.
nachos or like
Guzman
nachos.
and Gomez.
Nachos.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a takeaway football person, or
Yeah.
you cook yourself?
Wings. If they're wings, I'm cooking them myself.
Yeah.
If they're Mexican burritos, I'm getting Guzman.
See, I think Mexican. You can always do better Mexican at home than you can out.
I can't personally because I don't have
Yeah,
much
well,
experience cooking it. But
I make a good nachos.
See, nachos is good. Nachos are a good one. So that goes into my loaded
Yeah.
thing. So
pizza's definitely takeout, and then
pizza definitely.
last, it's sausage on the barbie. I'm pretty good at those.
Manage that.
As long as I've got fresh bread,
Yep.
mustard,
Yep.
freshly cut,
mustard and tomato, or just mustard.
just mustard.
Interesting. You're sort of playing on the hot dog. That's almost like, I feel like that hot dog.
How do you eat a hot dog? Show us for the camera. Two at a time. Wow.
Yeah. Feed him
Big
in.
boy's hungry.
I was actually just holding the one of them
Oh.
and biting
eating the
inside
middle.
as not to
You're holding the
not,
two
as not
buns
to
and the
shove
sausage
anything
in the
down
middle.
my throat. Yeah.
God's sake. This will be good.
Great content.
Yeah. Yeah, loaded hot dog is good. Kids going to get into that. Pizza, but in saying that, you can do your own pizzas.
You can.
Yeah, but I reckon if you're doing like Friday night footy, it's just like you've got a few mates around watching the footy. You're buying 3 or
100%.
4 pizzas, a couple of garlic breads. You can get the wings at Domino's as well now.
Oh, they all suck.
They suck,
They suck.
but it's an option.
If the
It is an
wife's
option.
happy to cook the pizzas,
Oh, back in the kitchen, honey, I'm watching the footy. That's
footy's
fucking going to go down well.
International
Otherwise-
Women's Day's over. That was last week.
Far out. I'd
Otherwise
love
we're
to see
getting-
you attempt that with Kayla. You would be
bit of wood-fired
trouble.
pizza. Oh, I'm not happy to cook them.
Yeah, see, I think a gourmet pizza or a wood-fired pizza is too much for a game of footy.
Yours Domino's. I
Yeah.
don't mind Domino's.
Yeah.
But I'd be getting
No,
wood-fired,
can't
definitely.
do Domino's for footy. Like if it's a mate situation,
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Yeah.
buy pizza, you got to buy good pizza.
Oh, yeah. Like, if I'm talking, like, we feel like pizza on a Tuesday night and we want to buy it, we're probably not going to get Domino's. We'll go to a place called Crust or something like
If
that.
you're on the Gold Coast and you want to have your pizza this weekend,
Yeah.
Romana's at Nobby's Beach. The
How far is it
marinara
to Nobby's
pizza
Beach?
from here?
I would
Marinara,
never
yeah.
get seafood.
A
on
marinara.
No.
Okay, so
No.
totally with you. We went there once. No, someone tipped it to me, and I'm like, oh, I'll give it a go. Fucking hands down, best pizza ever. I'm
Okay?
I'll
judge.
for me.
I'll judge when I have it.
For me, well, I hope so. But for me, like I'm like a barbecue meat lovers guy,
Yeah.
or a chicken meat lovers. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
Chicken
I'm
and-
so
the chicken and
simple
bacon.
in my pizza. But I felt like pizza the other way. Like literally for the Collingwood game last week, I said to Lise, "Let's get Romana's. I want that marinara pizza." Had it. I'm like, I forgot how good this is.
Yeah.
And if you're a Marie's guy on the Gold Coast, Marie's are everywhere, but they do their own pizzas. They're not at Domino's or any stuff like that. They're proper good pizzas. There's 1/4 Burley Baja. If you like hot, it is the best hot pizza I've ever had. Does an absolute number to me. I'm in upside down the volcano the next day, but it's a phenomenal pizza. Jalapenos, the lot. Just a couple of pizza tips, okay? You guys did your tips for aces?
You've got the
I
pizza
did the
tip.
pizza tips.
Maybe that should be a new segment, tip of the week from Sam.
Tip of the week,
It's
just a good beer that I've had,
Yeah.
or that's fine. I'll come up with
that.
something.
nice.
Anything else, Dad, boys?
Nah.
We're going with it.
No, that's it from me.
Oh, actually, Will, what's your? We're going to turn your mic on. Tell us what your goat footy snack is, or punting snack.
See, I've got a little dilemma for me
Yeah,
because I'm a NRL multi.
I thought he was going to say a vegan. Then I'm like, fuck.
I'm an NRL multi consistent checker. So the problem with wings is, doing that. I'm wiping. The shirt for most
Oh,
of
I
the
didn't think
time.
about that. Sticky fingers.
If I want to pull the phone out and check, like I know Sportsbet does, like if a player can get certain type of like stats.
Yeah, the builder. You can
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah, the tracker.
Yep. See, I want to be checking that because obviously you're drinking as well. So when you're
So what's a clean snack then? Celery and dip.
But
Hummus.
it is usually with the boys. It's pizza only because we live so close to Domino's that the delivery's not that bad. But
Too far to walk and get it.
Yeah,
But
you can be quick. They walk to us.
Yeah.
That quick.
pretty much to be fair. But yeah, I'd say pizza at the one.
Pizza.
Is
Pizza at
pretty
the
good,
one for him. Okay.
Fair enough.
Clean fingers, Will. Thank you.
Thanks, punters.
Nice
Pleasure.
episode.
Have a
Good
good
luck
day.
this weekend, and if you're going to have a bet, do so responsibly.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.